Hello and welcome to Seaview in North Belfast as the Northern Ireland women continuing their qualifying campaign. A difficult challenge coming up against an Austrian side who have been perfect so far in the group. 9 points from their 3 games. Marissa Callahan leading out the Northern Ireland squad as Austria make their way from the dressing rooms below us. Northern Ireland with 2 4-0 victories to start the group at home, followed by that defeat at Wembley against England. We pause for the anthems here at Seaview.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Northern Ireland.
This could be a make or break game for Kenny Shields' side. 6 points from possible 9. As I mentioned earlier, Austria so far have been flawless in the group. Big ask for the Northern Ireland team against a side ranked 21st in the world. Northern Ireland 48th in the standings. 4 Northern Ireland players unavailable for this game. Marissa Callahan, though, does play in a side that shows 2 changes from the one that started against England on Saturday night. For Austria, it's the same side that played in their 5-0 victory against Luxembourg, scoring 5 goals in the process. Billa, the striker, one of the most informed players in European football. Alongside me for this one is Gail Redmond. Gail, a tough task against a side that are certainly becoming a force in European football.
Yeah, I think statistics don't lie. They're, a real force. The last European Championship, they went the whole way to the semi-finals, and it shows the depth and the quality that they have on this side. And they have players that are in form, players that are playing for big top European teams, and it's going to be a tough task for our girls, but they're up for it.
The majority of the squad playing in the top tier in Germany. and of course the Arsenal #1 as well.
Yeah, I think that says it all. There's real quality. Watch the warm up there. They ping the ball really, really well. They're going to try and get the ball out wide, I think, tonight, and really try and attack us. But we faced big giants before. We faced one at Wembley, and we for 60 minutes we did a fantastic job. And now it's going to be about how much we have left in the tank to really perform tonight.
Is that a case of how much Northern have left in the tank, not just physically but also mentally? Because it must have been very, very draining to try and contain that England side for so long, keeping them scoreless for an hour.
Yes, but I think because we're at home, we're at Seaview, it's a packed crowd, we sell out, and they're going to really, really need the home support, spurring them on and being the 12th man. As
I mentioned, 2 changes for Northern Ireland from the side that played at Wembley. McGuinness and Beattie come in. Only Stephen Davis has played more matches at international level for Northern Ireland than Julie Nelson. She had been an injury worry, but is fit to start on her home ground. Northern Ireland have defied the odds so many times over the last 18 months, but a positive result here would be a huge achievement. Straight away it's fired towards Lauren Waite. Looks like Northern Ireland playing with 3 at the back once again. Kelsey Burrows alongside Nelson, and also the very reliable McFadden. Austria have been outstanding in the group, and there's an early test as it's played towards the left back. Well defended though by Rebecca McKenna. Has really come of age in the last 18 months or so.
She really has, Thomas. She's such a wise head on young shoulders, and she's really proved her worth, especially the other night at Wembley.
Marissa Callahan wins it back. Her experience will be key in a night like this, and well, it was an attempted through ball towards Kirsty McGuinness, cut out though by the defender. Kirsty McGuinness will be really eager to make an impression. Didn't start at Wembley. A player who did though, Jackie Burns, and wasn't she immense against the English? Just about gets away with that one though, quickly closed down up top by Zadrazil, fired in again, and it's well wide. But well, I was just about to mention that performance against England from Jackie Burns. Doesn't usually take risks like that, but was almost caught out.
It was near commentator's curse there, Thomas. She was absolutely phenomenal against England. Top saves. I think the one near post where she saved with her foot, was just unbelievable that she can continue to do that tonight.
Such a reassuring force in goals. Was sent off against Belarus early on in that European qualifier. Northern Ireland took the lead and held on in that game. It was a real turning point in the qualifying campaign for the Euros. That draws, of course, coming up on Thursday live on BBC television and online. In the present though, it's all about trying to make it to the World Cup. Standing in their way, Austria. We expect the visitors to have so much possession as a soft enough shot in the end from the left side, and Zadrazil. It's actually Dunst actually with the effort. Great to see such a sizable crowd inside Seaview. A venue that's really become the home of the Northern Ireland women's team in the last couple of years. Fantastic to play at Windsor, of course. Windsor Park, of course, for the first time in almost a decade last month, but this has been a little bit of a fortress. Over in the far side, it's Weinrother. Hoffenheim player. Dunst. And Demi Vance forced to concede the throw-in. No real pressure on the skipper. Straight to McFadden now. Northern Ireland push out well.
They do, Thomas, and you just see them in the 3-4-3 formation here, and they'll really be wanting Kirsty McGuinness and Lauren Wade's pace. You know, tonight's going to be important if they're going to be effective in the final third.
We often talk about it, but is it a case of getting through the first 20 minutes and then maybe settling a wee bit?
Yeah, I think both teams have actually started very well. You know, we started on the front foot, and you can see Austria's intent, you know, to get the ball wide and to put those crosses in, and Kenny has asked the players to be braver, you know, to keep the ball better, and I think that's going to be key tonight. You know, how well, you know, we retain the ball, how well we can string a few passes together. You saw the early attack with Marissa. I think the ball maybe needed to go one more pass wider to advance, you know, in a build up, and sometimes not as direct.
Vinegar. Burns has come for it, and Burns has taken control of the situation. Mentioned 3 wins from 3 in qualifying. Austria have had over 100 efforts in goal in their 3 games. Actually went behind against Latvia before winning 8-1 in their opener, followed by a 6-0 win against North Macedonia and a 5-0 victory on Friday against Luxembourg. So the visitors have had an extra day to prepare for this one. The only goal they've conceded was that shock opener against Latvia. In Billa, they have a player capable of producing magic. Was a German Player of the Year last season. Lovely turn, and Billa was the intended target.
Yeah, and you just see Sarah McFadden again just picking up the ball in those areas, and she did it time and time again, you know, against England. She's just, her positional sense is fantastic.
That's a really good settling touch from Kerry Beattie. Looks to be leading the line by herself, and it's that type of link-up play that Kenny Shields and his coaching staff will love to see. McGuinness goes down, wins a free kick.
Brilliant, and it's just fantastic to see Kirsty McGuinness willing to go 1v1 in those wide areas. Didn't get it the first time, but doesn't stop her.
Will she feel as if she's got a point to prove after maybe not playing against England? And you can maybe understand why Kenny Shields made that decision. Such a flair player, Kirsty McGuinness.
Yeah, no, I think she understands the team ethos, and you know, Kenny selects a side that he feels is going to be the best for the opponent, and now she gets her opportunity, she'll just be trying to get on a score sheet.
Packed house here at Seaview. Will there be an early goal for them to cheer? Vance's delivery. Back post, it really should have been the opener. And I'm not quite sure how it didn't end up in the back of the net. It was Furness and Nelson attacking that ball. Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of replays here at the stadium, but that looked awfully close on first viewing. What a chance. The delivery from Vance was exceptional. And how many times have we watched Furness get her head on those type of free kicks? At the other end, though, it's blocked by McKenna at the expense of a corner kick. What a start that would have been. It
would have been. And again, time and time again, Thomas, we've always been so good on all set plays, corners and free kicks into the box, and it's all about the delivery, and when the delivery's good, it gives our big players a chance to really get on the end of it.
No Chloe McCarran, Laura Rafferty, Nadine Caldwell in the squad this evening, along with Cara Milligan. Defending to do in the middle. It's going to be put back in again by Hoppinger. Lifted right on top of Burns, and in the swirling breeze elected to get a fist to it rather than hold on to it herself, and you can understand why just when you see the ball hanging in the air here. It's a breezy enough night here at Seaview. As you can probably tell, you can probably hear my notes fluttering in the wind. Callahan to McKenna. Nelson's closed down. Cap number 120 for Julie Nelson.
Just wonder, as a young girl from Lauren, did she ever think she would ever reach that milestone? It's incredible.
There have been 166 official women's international games, and Julie Nelson has played 120 times. That is staggering.
Absolutely, we were just talking about her earlier. You know, I have so many fond memories of being in training camps with her, and she's an organised girl. She's always got everything. If you're missing an item, you go to Julie's room to get it. She's a top professional.
Was immense at the back alongside the player on the ball, Sarah McFadden, on Saturday night against England. A 4-0 victory, but so many plaudits. Majority of this squad are part-time, remember. The Euros to come this summer. But the improvement over the last 18 months has been staggering. Lovely play on the left-hand side, though, by Austria. Just ran out too much for Dunst to get the cross in. You look at some of the clubs that the Austrians are playing for, the likes of Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim, Arsenal, Frankfurt, top-class clubs across Europe. As I mentioned earlier, the majority of them in Germany. Some of the Austrian players have played in Champions League semi-finals, for example. And there's a real feeling they are the coming force in the European game.
Disappointing there from Vance just to concede that corner. Gives Austria a wee chance to reset.
Northern Ireland have to be organised in situations like this. You can see Kerry Beattie back, given a marking job in there. Almost every single Northern Ireland player is inside their own penalty area. Furness attacks it. Ball still bouncing about. Dennis McFadden fired goalwards, and well, it's what we've come to expect from Jackie Burns at this stage. Made that look very comfortable. You'd expect there might be quite a few clubs throughout Europe maybe having an eye on Jackie Burns, given her progression in the game.
Without a doubt, Thomas, I imagine that she would definitely be getting a few call-ups from England and from the Scottish leagues, because she's proved her worth time and time again.
Seems to have grown in stature as well as a leader within this group. Very vocal, of course, at the back. Exactly what you want from a goalkeeper. What else have you noticed about her play over the last year or so that impresses you?
Yeah, you know, she's talked about at the start of the year she wanted to make sure that her concentration was better within games. You know, that she didn't have those little lapses, and you know that all of a sudden she was making simple mistakes because she wasn't thinking about what was going to happen next, and I think that's improved.
McGuinness spots a run of Wade in this near side. You can hear the fans reacting to it. They feel that the combination of McGuinness and Wade can cause problems, and it was the defender Hanshaw taking no chances.
I just love the fact that Lauren Wade pretended to go inside, then went outside and won the corner there. That's such positive play.
Northern Ireland with 8 goals already from their opening 2 games, and such a fantastic run here at home over 2 years since their last defeat. This would be the biggest scalp of all, though. It's deep towards Marissa Callahan. Northern Ireland have to be careful in the break now. Hoppinger, and look who's back defending, it's Lauren Wade. Well won there by Voiniger. Pontigam just likes to sit in front of the back four. That's good overlap play, but again it's McGuinness helping out Vance on the left-hand side.
You know, it's what we've seen time and time again from Hamilton against England, you know, having to recover well as a winger step into the back in the defence if needed, and Kirsty's just doing the similar job that's going to be needed tonight.
Vance just clipping at the heels of the Austrian midfielders. It's a little bit scrappy on the far side. McFadden then came across, and it's worked out as far as Dunst. Decent delivery away by Nelson.
Just goes to show you the wind there, Thomas, as that ball was cleared. Looked like it was going out for a throw, and
I think Austria are very much playing with the breeze in this first half, so that'll be something for Jackie Burns to contend with, although she's looked very comfortable with the ball at her feet as well, the goalkeeper. Doesn't look to be having too much of an impact, but you'll probably see this drop into the 6-yard box. There is the swing. Nobody got their head on it. Weiniger, I think, was a target.
Great job again by Sarah McFadden, just to shepherd that ball out. She just sees danger so well, and she's fitted in the back line. Centre forward she used to play during the 17s and under 19s earlier in her career, and moved into centre mid, and now she's doing an unbelievable job in the back line.
Very physical player. I mean, likes to put herself about. And she picks up the odd booking, but there's a real authority about Sarah McFadden and around that midfield or defensive unit, whichever one she's utilised in, and often leads by example. Those little challenges are the type of tackles that invigorates a squad.
Absolutely, and she's going to be a fantastic coach. She started her coaching badges this summer with the IFA, and her and Rachel Furness, and they see themselves coaching and in the future after they hang them up, and I think it's just going to be fantastic for Northern Ireland and the women's game in general.
Well, I think Sarah McFadden is just edging it caps-wise ahead of Rachel Furness. Austria on the attack, though. One cap more than the Liverpool player, Furness, so a few more goals in her international career, but two great servants. Decent ball in towards the near post, and it was flicked goalwards by the young attacker Nashin Wang. Took a touch on its way out of play, and it's going to be another set piece for Northern Ireland to have to defend. Almost 20 minutes played. Jackie Burns hasn't had too much to do so far, but maybe called into action here. Took it, well, I thought it actually took a deflection instead. It's going to be a goal kick. I don't think it was the cleanest of connections from the Austrian attacker. Probably the one time where Northern Ireland didn't look particularly convincing when defending that corner kick.
Yeah, I don't think that win needs to be underestimated. I'm not sure where the ball's coming. It's just swirling around in there.
Jackie Burns, 24 now. Winning cap number 34. Lovely turn from Biller. Tries to thread it through the middle. McKenna couldn't take any chances. Nash and Wing again. The player trying to sneak in behind. Handshot. Spreads the play to Kirchberger. If you're just joining us, Northern Ireland had a huge chance to take the lead. All came about from a free kick on the left-hand side. It was a brilliant delivery from Vance, and it appeared as if Nelson and Furness almost got in each other's way. There was an Austrian defender sandwiched in between them, but arguably the most clear-cut opportunity of the game so far, and one that Northern Ireland would love to have taken. Kirchberger Zadrol. Now it's floated in towards Nashenwang. So slick on the ball, the visitors, but so far frustrated. It's a brilliant ball towards Wade. Hand shot. Lovely little 1-2. Punt and down, just making things tick for the Austrians around midfield.
Yeah, it's just a hold-up play there. You know, Beattie, she won the ball back well, but she just needs to.
Difficult road load to play, Gil, isn't it?
It really is. You know, you're not utilised a whole lot, and when you are, you have to be really on it, and it just goes to show your tenacity there to get the ball back in. But she needs to hold the ball up there to give Northern Ireland a chance just to progress up the pitch.
Good to have Simone McGill on the bench for this game.
It really is. I think it's great to have her back within the squad, and we certainly have missed her.
Hasn't played since the playoff, of course, for Northern Ireland.
And it's tough, Thomas, when you know you get an injury, and we've had it tough with the amount of injuries we've had with players, and it can be a lonely road.
Good idea from Furness, just overhit it. Wade trying to nip in. As I mentioned, Zinsberger, Arsenal's #1, who are currently #1 in the Women's Super League. She had so much success initially in Germany with Bayern Munich before making the move to London. Furness. Little clip pass for McGuinness. This is better from the home side. Marissa Callaghan wants it back. It's going to hit it first time. It was always rising. I wonder if Marissa Callaghan was aware she probably had more time than that.
Yeah, but it was really good interchange play by the Cliftonville too. You know, they know each other so well, and probably the ball into Beattie was thinking that's where she was going to play it, but she had the awareness to see Callaghan just top of the box. Very unlucky, Thomas.
You feel that if Northern Ireland are to find a goal, it's probably going to come from that left-hand side.
Without a doubt, although the performance that we had put in at Wembley, you know, she showed her tenacity, her pace, and she was very, very unlucky with the ball that she put in for Milligan.
Dare I say it, it looks like Lauren May's found her mojo again.
Yes, she's had a tremendous year with Glentoran. You know, she's been one of the standout players. You know,
big smile on her face when she's playing once more.
Always, you know, since she's come home. You know, she's had a fantastic career of the countries that she's been able to play in, and but she loves being at home. She loves being at Glentoran, and I have to say she's had a fantastic year. Unfortunately,
Karen Milligan couldn't get in the end of it, but what a ball in from Lauren Wade at Wembley.
Absolutely.
What a turn up for the books that would have been.
And
it would have been David Healy all over again.
And we keep saying Cara Milligan, and her husband keeps shouting to me that she's Cara Hamilton, so it's Milligan on the page, isn't it? So yes, and she was frustrated. I met her in the airport, and you know, football's fine margins, and it's just little things, and you know, with a little touch maybe took it out of her path, but it just goes to show you, you know, at Wembley you have one opportunity, and unfortunately we didn't get a chance to take it.
The only reason I'm saying Milligan is simply because Milligan's written on the back of her jersey. I know she's Cara Hamilton, and that's what she prefers, but it's very off-putting for the people watching at home when I'm calling her Cara Hamilton. Milligan 8 is in the back of her jersey. Not involved this time round, though. Past the midway point of this first half. We mentioned the little milestones, and I'm sure Kenny Shields and his coaching staff would have identified getting to 20 minutes, getting to 25 minutes, then seeing it out to half-time. Then you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and he talks about opportunities and taking them, and he has so much belief in this squad of players.
Kelsey Burrows quickly closed down the winger. Player we haven't spoken a lot about, but has come in for these two crucial games and acquitted herself very well.
You know, and again, you know, the second half of the season, when she's playing for Cliftonville, she had a great games. You know, her performances were top drawer, and I'm just so glad to see Sarah McFadden come back on the pitch here for this corner, because we know what she brings.
Sarah McFadden back after receiving attention. It looks like Dunst has found a little bit of space in the middle. You can see Rachel Furness just having a little glance behind. Brilliant from McKenna. Got a little touch on it. This is fired forward from a long, long way out. Could this be an opportunity for Northern Ireland on the counter-attack? Austria starting to flood back in numbers up. Pottigam with the clearance, and she's the type of player who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Here's McKenna. Furness whipped in, far too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Rachel Furness, you don't have to encourage her to shoot.
Well, the crowd behind the goal aren't happy with something. A few boos around Seaview, but play continues just now for another Northern Ireland throw-in. Not quite sure what frustrated the fans there. Maybe it was just the fact that Furness's ball didn't find a teammate. Here's Bella. Closely marshalled, as you would expect. You mentioned before, Austria finished third in the last European Championships. They'll be in the pot on Thursday as well. Never qualified for a World Cup though, and with England in the group it was always going to be difficult. Furness, options right and left, picks out Wade. Beattie's made her way into the middle. Here is Kerry Beattie, no way round the defender. Kirchberger made it very difficult, and that's probably an example of how isolated at times Kerry Beattie's been.
Yeah, she needed the runner off her, and unfortunately, Lorna had come inside and got the combination, but didn't get the 1-2 that was maybe needed.
I know it's early enough in the game, but when you look at the fact that Austria had 32 efforts in goal against North Macedonia, 39 efforts in goal against Luxembourg, and 35 against Latvia. Northern Ireland have looked very solid at the back.
They have, and there's
in the opening half hour.
There's a real expectation, you know, from the players, from the coaching staff, as well as the fans.
Nicely worked inside. It's McGuinness who comes back and dispossesses Dunst. A player who seems to be given a little bit of freedom within this Austrian formation, has shifted from left to right. Nash and Wang. And in the end, it was Hoppinger who had a go.
Yeah, it just seemed to be a bit of miscommunication there from Burrows and Callahan, who don't want to be giving the ball away cheaply in those areas.
Well, Hoppinger certainly can hit them. He's already scored twice in the group. Goals against Latvia and North Macedonia. Here she is on the ball once again. Now it's Dunst. Hoppinger up ahead. You can see Billa with the movement in the middle. Burrows, the player closest to the main goal-scoring threat for Austria. Hoppinger. Dunst. McFadden comes across, got just enough on it, and I think that's going to be Northern Ireland ball. Had to time that challenge perfectly, Sarah McFadden, because it looked as if initially Dunst gets past her.
Yeah, we don't really want Julie Nelson being drawn out there into those areas of the pitch where there's spaces and the gaps are created for the midfielder to do the third man run.
There's a little triangle. The pass doesn't find Vansa. The Euros getting underway on the 6th of July this summer. As I mentioned earlier, the draw taking place live on Thursday on BBC One and the BBC Sport website. We'll have action reaction from the Northern Ireland camp in the immediate aftermath. It's an effort from long distance held on to by Burns. Just for a second, you wonder, was that going to loop over the goalkeeper? And well, it was a very comfortable stop, but certainly at the moment everything seems to be going right for the Northern Ireland number 1. Clipped in and away by McKenna, only as far as Billa. Again, it's McFadden who goes to ground, but again she timed it perfectly. What a vital interception that was. Free kick has gone Austria's way. It was Hanshaw cutting inside, and in the end the challenge was on Puntingham.
Yeah, it looks like
a long way out.
Rachel Furness got a little knock on that one, which is up on her feet, which is good to see.
Well, Dunstan, Hoppinger, the two players closest to the ball, as the referee just brings back the Northern Ireland wall. Well, the Austrians were fascinating to watch in the warm-up. You'd expect in a position like this they might have something up their sleeves.
You would, with the many people they are over the ball, and you know we only have 3 in the wall, which
well
doesn't allow any of them to join.
It looks like it is going to be Dunstow over the top. Brilliant stop at full stretch. Jackie Burns. Straight away McFadden was across to give the keeper a high five, and well, you can't ask for much more from Dunst. Got it on target, but it was Burns who scurried across her line and got it away at the expense of a corner kick. Just over half an hour play. Brilliant from Burns.
She just looks so reassured and confident, and like
I might not after Saturday. Her performance was compared to Pat Jennings all those years ago. Of course, that famous performance at Wembley. Northern Ireland didn't get the result they wanted to, but the likes of Jackie Burns, and we have to keep on saying it, who's a part-time player, produces a performance like that at one of the most famous stadiums in the world.
I think there must be some Spurs supporters maybe at the bottom end there.
Well, Zinsberger, the keeper, certainly isn't a fan's favourite. She's got a big smile on her face. I think she's enjoying becoming the pantomime villain at far end, dressed all in black. Has the leggings on as well, of course. Almost Allison-esque for Liverpool. Puntingham. Callahan. Furness. Northern Ireland need to hold on to the ball. I'll say that. They shifted forward quickly, but it could prove to be effective. McGuinness has Beattie in the middle. It's a decent ball in, but just asking a little bit too much of Beattie.
But the intent was good, Thomas. I just think, you know, that she's inviting Beattie there. Just get into the box, get into those areas where we can cause them problems. And I think it was such an intelligent ball by Rachel Furness just to put it in behind them early.
Vinegar back in possession. McFadden. Nice lifted forward. Northern Ireland just have to be careful they don't step up too much. That's probably the right option from Nelson just to get rid of it. Furness looks for Wyatt. Hanshaw across. Well defended. Nash and Wang. And here is Furness. suppose every single time that Furness seems to get in the ball, you're almost saying calm down, hold on to the ball, but then she spots a pass which then kickstart an attack, and that's the balance that Northern Ireland have to try and find.
And that's the maturity she has and the vision, and you know, she's a top player.
That little bit of quality too.
She does, and she does it week in, week out for Liverpool, you know what I mean? And you know, you can play her in a 10 or you can drop her in a 6 or an 8, and you know, she can just adapt to those roles so easy.
Burrows said she got the ball, referee agreed, and here is Furness in possession, just showed a little bit too much of it to Zadrazil. Nash and Wang. Zadrazil, always rising, not afraid to have a go, but so far unable to beat Jackie Burns.
Yeah, and I think Northern Ireland will be happy if they're forcing Austria just into shots like that, and in the form that Jackie Burns is in, you know, pretty confident that she should be able to get and handle the majority of them.
Austria level on points with England at the top of the group. England currently in action. Luxembourg at their first victory of the campaign earlier today. Good pressure being put on by Northern Ireland as Hanshaw forced to go back. I don't know what Zingberger has done to annoy those fans, but they don't like her.
They're certainly giving her a hard time, and it's created a really wonderful atmosphere.
So too has the work rate of Kirsty McGuinness. There's a corner kick, and well, if there was one thing missing from the fantastic playoff victory, it was fans, and the supporters have brought a real energy this evening here at Seaview.
They really have, and the girls were so looking forward to this. As soon as they heard it was a sellout, they couldn't wait to get here to perform, and it's really given them a lift.
Vance didn't make it far enough to McFadden, and McKenna certainly wasn't backing out of that one. Vance is going to get another opportunity. Plenty forward and green. It's towards Furness, who went down. No penalty, says the referee.
But again, Thomas, it was in the right area there, asking questions of the Austrians.
Austria had just one defeat in their European qualifying campaign, ended up finishing second in the group to France. Their only defeat was against the French. As I mentioned, we don't have the benefit of pictures here, but I'm being told from base that there might have been a little incident between the goalkeeper Zinsberger and Kirsty McGuinness right at the start of the game, and that's maybe what has turned the fans against her.
Well, the Green and White Army were in full force at Wembley, singing the Kirsty McGuinness song, similar to the Evans tune.
I think it was the Toure brothers who started that.
They did. Then we stole it.
Then it became Johnny and Corey. Now it's become
Caitlin and Kirsty.
And Caitlin. Good pressure from Beattie. Well, it was risky enough from the centre half. Almost turned straight into Lauren Wade. Here is Dunstone. Played across to Coppinger. Dunst with another effort. And as you mentioned earlier, they're the type of chances that Northern Ireland won't be happy enough for Austria to try and hit all night.
Yeah, it's so frustrating when you're trying to beat a player and then all of a sudden there's another defender right in behind, and that's what Northern Ireland are doing so well. You know, Austria are really struggling to find space in behind our defensive line, and as long as we keep doing that, we'll stay in the game.
Two big games over 4 days for this Northern Ireland squad, playing the two teams ranked highest in the world within the space of those 4 days. England away and Austria at home. Next up, it's a double-header against North Macedonia for Kenny Shields' side. Away first of all, and then at home, Furness. Just too much of it for Kirsty McGuinness to control. Half-time growing ever closer, but this is a huge 5 or 6 minutes for the home side. 0-0 at half-time, and they'd be right in it. McFadden just seems to get better and better every game. Obviously, unfortunate not to have Ashley Hutton in the lineup because of a serious injury. Hopefully she'll be back soon, but when it comes to deputising, Sarah McFadden has been virtually flawless. Now Northern Ireland are starting to play it about. Zadra. And the one play you didn't want in that position, Bila. Can't control it.
Yeah, we've limited her very well to few opportunities, and we certainly didn't want her to take that touch and get a strike off.
2 against Latvia, hat-trick against North Macedonia, and a couple against Luxembourg. Bila, very much the danger player. Zadra. Nashin Wang scored her first goal against Luxembourg, the 23-year-old. Austria won't panic though. You always know it's getting close to half-time when few people start to gamble and go towards a burger van.
Were you one of those, Thomas, as a fan?
Unfortunately, as a commentator, it's frowned upon if you take the last couple of minutes and a half off. Kirchberger. Nice little cushion touch from Weinrother, player we haven't spoken a lot about. Lovely build-up play. McFadden comes across, doesn't get there. Dunst does, and there is the opener. Dunst with the goal. Her 6th at international level, and she's probably been the player who's been knocking at the door for the Austrians. Slalom through the Northern Ireland defence. McFadden couldn't get there, and Burns unable to keep the close range effort out.
Yeah, and it just looked like she'd run out of play there. It was such a tight angle, and how she found, you know, the back of the net is extremely frustrating.
It's a hammer blow just before half-time. Barbara Dunst of Eintracht Frankfurt scored against Latvia and now has her 2nd of the campaign. It also probably puts a completely different complexion on Kenny Shields' half-time team talk.
It does. You know, you can in at 0-0, and you know you can maybe tweak a few things, but now 1-0 down, he's going to have a different game plan for the second half.
The likes of Simone McGill's on the bench, you'd expect to see her at some point.
He does. He's definitely attacking options. You know, he's got Emily Wilson, he's got Julie Andrews, and they can all come in and make a difference.
Beattie goes down and seems to have hurt herself in the process, clutching her right ankle. That Dunst goal is just silent save here. It's going to be Demi Vance who's going to come across to take the free kick. Winning her 70th cap this evening. Demi Vance had that horrible injury over the past 12 months, but has really bounced back and forced her way back into Kenny Shields' plans. It's a good ball in towards Furness. McFadden, looping effort and into the hands of Zinsberger.
She just hits a lovely dead ball, Demi Vance, and showing such great character, you know, from that injury to come back. And the Northern Ireland team really missed her when she was out.
Billis through the middle. So too is McFadden. You do feel that Northern Ireland will get other opportunities as Burns is closed down. Well, Northern Ireland need to settle a bit here because it's all got a bit scrappy in the last minute or so. High press being put on by Austria, and you can just see Judy Nelson gesturing to players to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I think Sarah McFadden maybe took the free kick a little bit too quick, and maybe give us time to refocus ourselves, and we're maybe rushing things and in search of a goal ourselves.
It appears that there will be no additional time from that board in the first half. Hoppinger tries to thread it through. This is another opportunity for Austria. The effort though from Zadarazel, straight at the keeper Burns. Imperative that Northern Ireland don't concede a second. Here's Vance. Referee just has a quick glance at her watch. We expect this is going to be the final attack of this first half. Another look at the watch, and then brings the opening 45 minutes to a close. Northern Ireland were organised, had that big opportunity at the back post early on, but then the hammer blow as half-time approached. Dunst giving Austria the lead. What are your thoughts on the first half, Gail?
Yeah, I think it was, you know, such a really good positive start from Northern Ireland, and you know, you have that one chance off the free kick, and unfortunately we didn't capitalise. And you know, when Austria started to get into full flow, you know, off the dribble, that's when they're so dangerous, and they're able to, you know, get that chance in behind off a very tight angle. But in the second half, if there was one thing I would like to see more, maybe Vance getting further up in the attack, you know, in the system that we're playing in a 3-4-3, maybe utilising McKenna as well, maybe further up the pitch. And if Beattie could just hold the ball up a little bit more, allow our midfielders to get into attack, you know, we can really cause them problems.
Let's look at that Dunst goal. A few angles to show you here. Having been so organised, it was going to take a moment of quality, and Dunst looked the player most likely to do that in the visitors' lineup. Guided through the Northern Ireland defence to far past Burns. It's the only goal of the opening 45 minutes. At the break, it's Northern Ireland 0, Austria 1. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Head on over to irishfa.com in the coming days for more information. Also, a reminder that
Welcome back to Seaview. Just having a quick scan around to see if there are any changes for either side. Don't appear to be any switches. Just to the right of us, Simone McGill is warming up fairly strenuously, so you'd expect to see her at some stage over the next 45 minutes as Kenny Shields makes his way towards his dugout. A lot of positives from Northern Ireland's point of view in the opening half. Unfortunate to concede with just 2 minutes to go until the break. Dunst with the goal. Gail, what do you want to see?
I just really want to see maybe the fullbacks here, you know, Vance, McKenna just push up a little bit more, get into the attack, and, you know, maybe a wee extra pass before we force the ball forward. Give us more numbers in the attack.
Home side very much underdogs going into this game, but it's a tag that Kenny Shields' side have relished in the last couple of years. Vance. There comes the pressure. It was Billa closest to Demi Vance, and Austria are trying to start in the front foot. Furness. There's the ball. She's tried 3 or 4 times. Can Lauren Wade get there? Yes, she can. Lauren Wade. Yes! Past the goalkeeper. What a start to the second half. It's Lauren Wade with the goal. It was made by Furness, and that is exactly the type of reaction Kenny Shields would have wanted.
Absolutely, we know that Rachel Furness has that vision, and just to play that ball so early, and Lauren Wade is in the form of her life, and how calmly she just slotted that away. Game on, Thomas, game on. We
wondered how big an impact the breeze around Seaview would have, and I think the goalkeeper was caught in 2 minds. Do I come? Do I not come? No hesitancy at all from Lauren Wade. An emphatic finish, perfectly placed, and Northern Ireland are very, very much back in this game and back in this group. Lauren Wade with her 5th international goal, found a net against Luxembourg, but that may well be a far, far more significant strike depending on what happens over the next 45 minutes. Dunst had given Austria the lead. 1-on-1 with Vance. Oh, it was just a little flick from McKenna that took it away from Nashenwang. Two or three Northern Ireland players around the attacker. Dunst again. Technically so good, as she's shown. Vanso with the interception. Crucial period in the game, Gail.
It really is, and you know, we just need to take care of the football just a little bit better when we're in possession, not give it away cheaply.
Callahan. It is given away cheaply, and it's Austria on the attack. Julie Nelson got in the way. Lovely bit of control from Kirsty McGuinness. Finds Furness. What can she make happen? The creator, the record goal scorer, wins a free kick, and well, it's the first booking of the game. It's a yellow for the captain, Vinegar.
It's the impact.
And just to the left of Furness, McGuinness and Vance were hammering forward. If the ball had made it that direction, Austria could have been in big trouble.
Yeah, it's the impact Rachel Furness makes in the game. You know, we talk about her character, that she's a fantastic leader, but she's so talented, and she's what makes the Northern Ireland team tick.
Karina Vinegar of Bayern Munich the most experienced player in the Austrian lineup. And I think that's what you call a professional foul, a world of danger in behind. Demi Vance fancies this one.
It's the wind still swirling here so much.
Vance! What a goal! I said she fancied it, but I didn't expect that. What a turnaround! 2 goals within the space of 5 minutes. It's just Demi Vance's second international goal. But without seeing the first one, it's her best international goal.
Absolutely.
It is an absolute stunner.
It really is, Thomas, and she talked about, that she wasn't getting enough airtime, a little tongue-in-cheek from us, and she pulls off an absolute worldie.
Well, I suspect that's the type of goal that could well go viral. She was a long, long way out. And again, to put this in context, Zinberger is one of the top goalkeepers in the game. Just dipped underneath the crossbar.
If anybody was wondering what Kenny Shields said at half-time, I think we have all the answers.
Everything just going Northern Ireland's way all of a sudden. And Gail, the reaction inside Seaview. This place is absolutely rocking now.
Yes, this is everything that the girls have dreamed of. The team to have a packed crowd, and they're really putting in the performance just to match it.
Long way to go, though. This is a time when Northern Ireland have to be calm. Have to be smart when in possession. Zinsberger was virtually a spectator in the opening half. The only time when Northern Ireland threatened was that chance towards the back post, and they have looked dangerous from set pieces, but those 2 quick-fire goals certainly will have surprised the Austrians.
Just looking at the Austrian bench there, their head coach Irene barking instructions now. I think they're a little bit shell-shocked.
And you can understand why, because they were in complete control. Even when it was 0-0, they always looked the more likely side to find the net. Here is Vance and McGuinness. Beattie wants it in the middle. Look at Demi Vance now. She's charging forward and concedes a foul in the process.
Northern Ireland are so well drilled, they know what spaces that they have to protect. And you see just Vance there just making a wee bit of an intelligent foul, getting herself back in, making it difficult again for Austria to carve us open.
Dunst. Burrows comes across. Slotted in really well. It's a dangerous ball in towards Billa. And Kerry Beattie's back defending. Furness. Got her head up and looked for options. Was fouled in the process. And we can now breathe.
Yeah, we talk about
it has been an electric start to this second half.
It's so intelligent there by Rachel Furness again, managing the game, taking the sting out of the game, like we talked about.
We discussed Northern Ireland making changes. Austria might need to make some now.
Yeah, and they do have a packed bench.
Look at the confidence as McKenna finds Furness. McGuinness, Vance's outside her. It's all Northern Ireland at the moment, and well, the pass was an ambitious one towards Beattie. Pressure still very much on, though deep in the Austrian half. In case you're just joining us, Austria recognised as one of the up-and-coming sides in European football. so many stars in their squad. The 21st team in the world rankings and finished third in the last Euros, so they expected to come here and win comfortably. Their first match was an 8-1 victory, followed up by 6-0. Then it was 5-0. Northern Ireland in 5 minutes have scored twice to put the visitors under pressure, and they're on the attack again. 3 players around Beattie as McGuinness has a go. It was cheeky from Kirsty McGuinness, and has typified Northern Ireland's approach to this second half.
Yeah, you don't need to give her an invitation. She saw the keeper off her line and had a little go.
One by McFadden. Dunst. 2 or 3 Austrians in the middle. It's a cross far too deep, but picked up by Billa. Another opportunity, and palm clear by Burns. It was Hoppinger who had 2 bites of the cherry. The second one left Burns at full stretch, but just got enough on it to palm it behind for another corner kick. That was at full stretch.
I think everybody thought Billa was going to shoot there. Showed great intelligence inside the box.
Northern Ireland are going to be under pressure. But they've absorbed that attack and then go on the counter themselves. McGuinness trying to switch it from left to right. Wade unable to get on the end of it. Austria won't panic. They've far too much experience for that. You know Demi Vance very well. That goal will mean so much to her, given what she's been through over the last 18 months or so.
It really will, but you know, it's no surprises to me. You know, I've seen her do that in training, and you know, she's a dead ball specialist in the sense of when she's hitting the corner, she can pick out Furness and McFadden so well, and you know, I'm just delighted for her and the journey that she's been on. You know, she's moved over to Glasgow to play for Rangers full time, and she's just having a marvellous career.
She was such a long way out and took responsibility, just like Austria are now on the attack. It's Vance. Straight to Heuberger. Blocked again. Dunst effort on goal, and guess who gets in the way? Have to be careful not to sit too deep, Northern Ireland. Everybody deep in their own half and green, almost inviting on Kirchberger, but she's given it away. Well read by McFadden. McGuinness used her body very well, and then finds another one of the experienced heads, Nelson. Spoke to Dean Shields after he'd taken charge of Dungannon Swiss victory against Carrick, and I said, will the next 2 games be a barometer of where Northern Ireland are? He agreed. It was always going to be very difficult against England first and then Austria, but no matter what happens in the next half hour, Northern Ireland have proved that they're very much comfortable in that company.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, you heard the commentary from Wembley, and you know, maybe the English underestimated Northern Ireland, but you know, all the words that was written afterwards was, you know, they're going to be okay in the Euros. You know, we know that they're the complete underdogs. We know it's the David and Goliath scenarios, but they feel that Northern Ireland have enough quality there to really compete.
Massive underdogs at Wembley, but when you look at the size of the crowd here, there's an expectation about this team now, and haven't they delivered in the early stages of the second half? But there's some defending to do right now. It's Billa who's been largely quiet. Demi Vance has been anything but.
Yeah, they've stole the hearts of the Northern Ireland people. You know, everyone's talking about it. So many people that would never have watched football are coming to the games now, and when they're hearing the personal stories of come Wednesday the majority of the squad's going to go back to work. It is just a phenomenal journey.
Some members of the squad work in coffee shops, some of them work in DIY stores, a range of different careers. But tonight, they are superstars in the eyes of the crowd here at Seaview. We've almost played an hour. And Kenny's Shield side are 30 minutes away from arguably the most important victory from a Northern Ireland point of view ever.
Yeah, and if there's anybody from Fermanagh or Aroma, Marissa Callahan will be working the camp for Halloween down in that area. So if you're not signed up.
Well, it was interesting to see after the game at Windsor Park against Latvia, so many young boys and girls wanting to get the autographs of these players, wanting to get a picture with them. Here is Callahan on the ball. Two options on the left-hand side. It's Dunst who's tracking back. And her clearance is straight to Furness. Burrows, look how far forward she's now pushing. Zinsberger. And despite all her experience, looked a bit nervy there.
Definitely, and I think the coach, you see her barking orders again, and they haven't really problem solved it. And Northern Ireland have certainly in the second half advanced forward, like we talked about, getting Demi forward, getting McKenna forward on the far side, and allowing a little bit more space for the midfield.
Austrian throw-in. That defeat against England was Northern Ireland's first competitive loss in 9 games. A few substitutes warming up just behind the Northern Ireland goal as the challenge comes in, and the Austrian players rolling about in the centre circle. But credit to the referee, has let a lot go today, has understood that it's a physical game. Lauren Wade does brilliantly there to track back and pickpocket her opposite number. Another effort on goal. Again, comfortable for Burns. Zadarazel. You see Dean Shields just on the edge of this technical area, alongside his father, heavily involved in the coaching and tactical end of the Northern Ireland game.
Yes, we've said it before, not everybody can work with their dad, but they seem to have a formidable partnership.
And at times, Dean is the more vocal member of the partnership, gets heavily involved in training sessions and tries to work in different scenarios, but you can see him at the moment just trying to shift the formation a little bit.
Yeah, I think his experience, he's, not too far removed from the game as a professional.
Oh, Sarah McFadden. Brilliant play to find McInnes. 3 or 4 in the middle. Well dealt with by the centre half, Kirchberger. McFadden again. Here's Beattie. Callahan. Everybody wants to get in the act. Back to Callahan. Her shot's blocked, and it's safely into the hands of the goalkeeper. But you talk about momentum in sport, you talk about confidence in sport. Northern Ireland are showing just how important that has been in the last quarter of an hour. So they have turned this match on its head.
And you probably didn't see it in your camera shot there, Thomas, but just their understanding. Furnish just drops in there when McFadden made the mazy run, and they just have such a good cohesion within this squad, and their understanding of their roles is emphatic.
I mentioned before how significant a win this would be. Would this top the Ukraine if Northern Ireland were to hold on? Still a long way to go, of course.
I don't know, Thomas. That was some game. And even though there was no supporters in, the magnitude of that match just probably tips it for me.
Kelsey Burrows recovered well. And I will, of course, defer to Gail's judgment. She thinks the win against Ukraine would be bigger, but it would certainly change the complexion of the group if Northern Ireland to secure all 3 points. Kirsty McGuinness used her body well. Still no changes from Northern Ireland's point of view. Just wonder when it will be that we'll see Simone McGill. Very capable of playing as a lone striker. Should Kerry Beattie be the player that makes way?
Yeah, and you think no change has been made because of the job Kerry Beattie's done. You know, it's been excellent. You know, I think the second half, you know, she's held up the ball better. You know, she's been a little bit more physical.
It's such an energy-zapping role, though. Billa. 3 Northern Ireland players around him. The numerical advantage paid off, and that is what Northern Ireland have been brilliant at, turning defence into attack. Given away cheaply, though, by the goal scorer Vance. What a goal it was. That'll certainly be on our social media channels very soon. Dunst on the left foot. And again, the safest pair of hands in North Belfast holds on to it.
And it was unfortunate there just that pass didn't come through from Vance, but see the pass before that by Burrows. Such intelligence, you know, just a young player, you know, but the game against Wembley, her first field debut, and she's really shown maturity.
Callahan gifted to Billa. McFadden quickly onto it though. The ball ricocheted off the hand of Furness. It's an unfortunate one for the midfielder. And it's given Austria an opportunity from the resulting free kick.
Yeah, I just think we don't need to keep coming inside. You know, that's where Austria's got numbers. If we can get the ball wider, faster, where our strengths are.
Plenty forward for the visitors. It's lifted in. McFadden gets her. And away by McGuinness. Zadruzzle finds Hobbinger. Billa. Work backwards this time to Kirchberger. And strong tackle came in. McFadden over the top to Furness. Will she try and switch it? No, instead it's towards Beattie. Vance recovered well. Misty thought she'd overplayed it, but McGuinness just slows things up and finds Burrows. That's better. Burns on her weaker right side. A super play. Little triangles. It's a little bit risky though from Burrows, and Vance finds Beattie. That's better hold up play. There's the crossfield ball from Furness once more. The rest of Callahan was the player closest to it, but unable to get there.
Yeah, Shields talk about, you know, ball retention, you know, from the last game against England, and it's just night and day right now, isn't it? The confidence from the second goal.
Dunst, a real live wire on the left side, straight at the defender, and Vance gets it away. Zadrado, Dunst. As the minutes tick down, you just get the sense that Austria are forcing it a little bit. They're going to make a change. It's going to be number 10, Fiersinger, I think, coming on. Dunst has provided real quality in the final third so far, Gail.
She really has. I mean, you can see the level that she plays out week in, week out coming to fruition here. She's got the ability to beat you 1v1. She sees good passes, and thankfully tonight, you know, we've kept her squad as she's probably been in the first 3 games.
There is a change. It is Fiersinger. Interesting to see who makes way. Furness. Caught again. Is it going to be a booking? Yes, it is. So both centre halves are now in booking. That was Kirchberger. 2 challenges on Furness and 2 yellow cards, and it's going to be Hoppinger who makes way. A little bit surprised at that. She's been very, very bright. But Fiersinger comes on with about 20 minutes to go. Gail, it wasn't too far away from this position that Demi Vance scored. Now, very difficult conditions. We've mentioned the breeze on a number of occasions. She's going to have another pop?
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, she reigns confidence. I remember we played a match right here, Crusader. She missed the penalty. She was willing to take another one. She ended up scoring 2 goals in that cup final.
Fiersinger's made her way across to almost the right back position. I think we'll see her further forward as the game progresses. A lot of the players just getting a little bit of water on board. And here comes Demi Vance. It's Marissa Callahan who's taking a little bit of a knock. She's going to make her way towards the sideline to receive a little bit more attention. And it is Vance. Nelson's forward. Can Demi make it a double? Always looked like it was going to be too high. Marissa Callahan itching to get back on.
You would talk about Chloe McLaren being missing this game, and I think both Rachel and Marissa have just done a fantastic job just anchoring the team, spreading the ball. Noel McLaren's just got so much quality with her vision, and I think tonight they've both done a tremendous job just being able to fill the gap there.
McLaren in particular has been a vital cog for Kenny Shields. Always seems to be the first option for the defenders, and is so disciplined in that role, mops a lot of things up around midfield. Was a big loss when the teams were announced, but it's that type of adversity that Northern Ireland have battled through before. McFadden fouled by Billa. Seemed like I repeat myself every game, but Sarah McFadden has been absolutely immense.
She really is. I think I say the same thing over and over again. She's such an amazing girl, you know what I mean? And she just, every time she puts on the green and white jersey for Northern Ireland, she dies out there. She just gives 100%, and her leadership, everything. It's just phenomenal.
Plays for Durham ladies. But no matter what role she's asked to fulfill, she seems to win that individual battle, and crucially, she's the player who's tracking Billa. Just to remind, this is Billa, who's got 6 goals in the 3 qualifying campaign games before tonight. And without tempting fate, he's barely got a kick here at Seaview. Fursinger, her first real involvement. Just had her heels clipped, and well, Austria looking to play quickly. Is there a little bit of movement? It looks like it is going to be Simone McGill time. Hasn't played, of course, since that famous playoff victory here. The Everton striker. And in the current squad, Northern Ireland's only women's Super League player. She possesses such quality, Simone McGill. She's shown it on so many occasions. And I think she's going to be introduced very soon. A few last minute words from the manager. Into the last quarter of an hour, Gail. Beatty. That's really intelligent to find Callahan. Furness was aware the pressure was coming behind her. Callahan, tigerish in the challenge. Now it's the captain trying to lead by example. Fiersinger. Vance cuts out the pass. And another attack comes to nothing. It's a good run. Quickly closed down. Was there a little nudge right in the edge of the penalty area? Referee was very well positioned and said no. It was Zadrazil. Again, she's crowded out. Again, it's picked up by McGuinness. Vinegar. Given away by Biller. Lauren Wade scored the equaliser.
Showed really good intelligence there just
England
to hold up the ball.
Scored 10 goals away to Latvia, a 10-0 victory. I think is that their second 10-0 win of the group?
Yeah, I think so. Double digits again.
So no doubt who's leading the way in Group D. This game says the same. Northern Ireland would join Austria in joint second on 9 points. It's a very, very complicated qualification programme for the side to finish a second. It's arguably not even worth explaining to you. It's that complicated, but here comes a change.
Substitution for Northern Ireland, number 14, Lauren Wade.
And it is Lauren Wade who makes way for Simone McGill. And Lauren Wade has put in a serious shift. But her performance tonight will be remembered for the goal right at the start of this second half. And on comes Simone McGill. She's going to go towards the right-hand side, it looks like, and Kerry Beatty's going to continue as a lone striker. National wing. Just a little bit of frustration creeping into the Austrian side. They certainly committed bodies forward here. Hanshaw standing over the free kick. Billa lurking at the back post. Decent ball in. Nelson gets there first, and well, McGill didn't mess about, hammering it all the way through to the goalkeeper, who still isn't a fan favourite.
It's good to hear Seaview's such a fortress for us.
Weininger. And the pass was asking a little bit too much of Nationwang. Dunst keeping the pressure on. Was right on top of Burrows as soon as she gained possession. We're peering around the cameraman right at the top of the main stand here at Seaview, trying to catch a glimpse of how Austria are setting up. Hanshaw. Again, it's a ball in for Billa to try and attack, and again, Julie Nelson made it very, very difficult for the striker to generate any power. All one-way traffic. Dunst, who'll get there first? Well, how does that stay out? Burns does brilliantly to deny Dunst, and then the follow-up, I think it was Fearsinger. There were a couple of Northern Ireland players who'd made their way back on the goal line, but Burns reacted quickly, got up and stopped the effort in goal, and sometimes things go your way, and that's an example of it.
You said it earlier, you know, what are Burns' strengths? That's it, you know, how quickly she can come off her line.
Good tracking back. And not even Burns can avoid conceding the corner kick, but when you have a goalkeeper like that, it creates such stability and confidence. Another change for Austria, who need to find a goal from somewhere. Don't think they're gonna make it in time for the corner kick. Nationwang got her toe to it, couldn't hit the target, and that is going to be her final involvement. On comes Enzinger. Came on against Luxembourg and found a net. Northern Ireland will hope she doesn't make it 2 from 2. McKenna. Beatty's done well there. Pass didn't reach its intended target, but put just enough pressure on the defender to force her into the error. Well, we watched plenty of fans stream out of Old Trafford on Sunday. Nobody's leaving Seaview. Beatty. Just behind Callahan. Opportunity through the middle. Nelson's back. Just wide. That was oh so close. It was a substitute. Fearsinger again. It was route one through the middle. For once, the Austrians found space. Julie Nelson was trying to do everything she could to put off the substitute. It looped over Burns, but crucially, it looped wide of the post.
Yeah, it's the first time we got caught in no man's land there. The ball over the top got right in behind us, perfectly weighted.
Fearsinger starting to have a real impression on the game, and if McFadden hadn't managed to get there, there was an Austrian player in behind. It's all one-way traffic at the moment. Northern Ireland knew that there would be moments like this in this game, where they had to dig deep. Austria shell-shocked by that stunning start to the second half from the home side. Pushing for an equaliser. Fiersinger. Back to Kirchberger. Vance got there. Look how far Weininger's playing out. Fiersinger seems to be just about everywhere. Follow up. It's collected by Burns again. This time it was Zadrazil. She has made a couple of stunning stops, but the majority of these saves are straightforward ones for Jackie Burns. Or certainly she's making them look very easy. Less than 5 to go. Weinrother quickly closed down by McGuinness. Does well to shift it inside to Zadrazil. She wants movement. Decides to go to her left side. Deflected effort from Dunstan. It's collected by Burns, who's going to take her time. Demi Vance isn't moving the most fluently. Seems to have picked up a little bit of a knock, and there's quite the conversation going on between the Shields family.
Yeah, it looks like Jessica Foy might be coming on here.
What a story this is, because was she drafted into the squad today, Jessica Foy?
I think it was yesterday, Thomas. She's had a tremendous year for Glentoran, leading them to the treble.
Well, she would be the natural replacement, the left back for Vance, but instead it's going to be McGuinness, I think, who makes way. So on comes Jessica Foy, the Glentoran left back, the Glentoran captain. Has been in and out of the international squad over the past number of seasons, someone you know very well, and who looked to provide real experience for the back line for the last couple of minutes. No hesitation, no, for Austria. It's spilled by the goalkeeper and collected at the second attempt. Everything just seems to be going Northern Ireland's way, and everything seems to be going the way of Jackie Burns. I think it was her own player who got in her way. Who's going to react first? The Northern Ireland goalkeeper is. Versinger. For the first time this evening, there's almost a nervousness around Seaview. Supporters know how significant a result this would bring. Foy does absolutely brilliantly. Marissa Callahan, she dreamed of days like this in the early stages of her career. Effort from distance, tipped over the top by Burns. It was Puntingham with the effort, watched all the way by Burns.
And you just see Austria sprinting to get the ball here to try and get it into play in the down minutes.
This would be a huge dent in their qualification hopes. Force goalwards. Guess who's there?
I'm not sure my heart can take much more of this, Thomas, if I'm being honest.
It's been an incredible 18 months for this squad. When you think back to the defeat against Norway, humbled here at Seaview, back-to-back 6-0 defeats, but how they've bounced back. Dunst McKenna can't get there. Billa close down, another opportunity off the woodwork. And did Burns get a touch? You just expected Billa to score. And I wonder, did Jackie Burns get a touch and push that onto the crossbar? Billa can't believe it. We're into the last minute and Northern Ireland still lead. Well, they've ridden their luck. But that blitz right at the start of the second half has put Northern Ireland a couple of minutes away from a famous victory. Anywhere will do. 3 additional minutes and we've entered injury time.
3 minutes out of time, about 3 minutes of time.
The ball's in the right area of the pitch from Northern Ireland's point of view. Just a reminder, this is an Austrian team that finished 3rd in the European Championships, that are considered amongst the elite sides in Europe. Northern Ireland are made up of part-time players who defied the odds to make it through to their first major tournament this summer. Beattie. Foy gets a foot to it, and that'll eat up a few more seconds. Vinegar pumps it in, and it's looped over the goalkeeper. Austria have an equaliser deep in injury time, and it's a substitute, Enzinger, who got there just ahead of Jackie Burns. Heartbreaking for the home side. It was a hopeful ball, and for once Burns couldn't get there. Austria are level. Visitors on the attack again. This would be so harsh on Northern Ireland if they were to find a third. McFadden wants movement. Weinrother. Thiersinger. Well, credit to Austria, they've battled back. Into the final minute of injury time. It's another dangerous ball in. Again, it's Ernzinger. This time the defender got in the way.
And that was rifled. And you have to say Rebecca McKenna's position there was absolutely top drawer.
Emily Wilson's going to be brought on in place of Kerry Beattie, and I think it's more a case of Kenny Shields looking to calm things down. Kerry Beattie has led the line admirably. Another cap for Emily Wilson, the Crusaders player, and she's going to go straight back into her own penalty area. Back in again and collected by Burns. I think Kenny Shields will want her to hold on to it. Instead, she goes long. Someone McGill, maybe Northern Ireland have other ideas themselves. We played the allowed 3 minutes. How much more time is going to be added on following the substitution? Immense from McFadden. And it's the final action of the game. It's a point. It's a point that Northern Ireland would have taken before the game. But Gail, it says so much about this group of players. that there's a sense of disappointment around Seaview.
Absolutely, I would say that it would feel like, 2 points dropped and 1 point gained, right now. But you said it at the start of before the match kicked off. If you had said Northern Ireland come away with the point tonight, we would have bit your hand off for it, because it was a David and Goliath. The statistics don't lie, and what Austria have done before in the past, and especially in the last Euros, and our girls have shown again that they can compete with the top teams in Europe.
They scored 19 goals before this evening, but at the back the Northern Ireland defence were so organised and resolute as well.
Yeah, and you see the leadership. We talk about it over and over again about Nelson, about McFadden. How strong they are at the back, and how their character of just been able to push through. Wembley looked as big as it does on TV in real life, and again, we talked about would they have the physical capacity to come again 2 days later and compete and take a point here, and they have done that.
Dunn scored just before half-time for the Austrians. It's a goal that looked like it was coming. The visitors seemed to be in control, particularly in an attacking sense. And then right at the start of the second half, this match was turned on its head. Initially through Lauren Wade, then through a Demi Vance stunner. They conceded late on. It was a substitute, Enzinger, who scored that vital second for the Austrians. But what will this group take from a performance like this? Not just looking ahead to the rest of the campaign, but also looking ahead to the Euros.
A total confidence. Kenny's always believed in them. They started to believe in themselves, and now I think the rest of Europe needs to have a look at what's happening here in Northern Ireland. And I think, being at Wembley and the respect that we got from that game, tactically of how Kenny set up, to the quality that we've shown tonight, is just immense.
It was hugely significant to play at Windsor Park last month, but does it make a lot more sense to bring visiting teams here to Seaview when you see how the likes of Ukraine, the likes of Austria have struggled here?
Yeah, it seems to be, the home for Northern Ireland women's team right now. They play well here. It's a tight pitch, and when it's a packed crowd like it is, like I can hardly hear myself speak right now, but when it's a packed crowd, you see the performances, and they really were. The fans were the 12th man tonight.
Thursday's a big day for this group of Northern Ireland players. They'll find out who they'll face this summer at the European Championships, a first major tournament. But after this result at Seaview, they haven't given up hope of making it to the World Cup. Some big days ahead. Back-to-back fixtures against North Macedonia next month. Then away to Austria in April. That glamorous home fixture against England before Luxembourg and Latvia away from home. But here at Seaview, it was a double just after half-time that looked to have seen the points for Northern Ireland. Austria had other ideas with that injury time equaliser. The final score here at Seaview in this Women's World Cup qualifying campaign, it's finished Northern Ireland 2, Austria 2. Thanks for joining us.